Shifting your eating habits to a diet that is focused on low-fat, whole plant foods is one of the most rewarding, freaking awesome, disease-preventing, and empowering things that you can do for your body. As a trainer, I get asked all the time about nutrition and diet, and the knowledge that I have learned over this last year about plant-based diets has to be shared to everyone. Over a series of different videos, I'm going to go over how you can incorporate a plant-based diet into your daily lifestyle so that hopefully you can experience what it feels like to be actually healthy. And no, I'm not talking about like, chiseled, six-pack abs, big buff arms. Like, yes, you can get that if you want, but you can get that on any diet. I'm talking about true health. Inside and out. The kind of health that's going to keep you disease-free for decades past everyone else. I'm going to share with you the only diet that is shown to prevent and reverse heart disease. A diet that has helped countless type 2 diabetics come completely off of their insulin medication. And a diet that makes it easy to lose excess body fat and boost your energy levels past what you thought was possible. For today's video, I call it Tips for Noobs, aka newbies to a plant-based diet. If you're thinking about adapting this diet, here are a couple tips that I think will help you at the start of your journey. Tip number 1, the internet is awesome. My first recommendation is to check out nutritionfacts.org. This website is the leading authority in helping the general public understand the latest in nutritional science. Created by Dr. Michael Greger, who also wrote the must-read book, How Not to Die, nutritionfacts.org has literally hundreds of videos and blog posts discussing any aspect of nutrition, health, and lifestyle that you can think of. From weight loss to bowel movements, this website's got it all. You gotta check it out. Be sure to check out the introductory videos on your first visit to the website, and then have fun spending hundreds of hours looking through the blog posts and videos. There's a lot of info to be learned, but it's a great way to make it easily accessible and easy to understand. Another awesome resource that you gotta check out is the 21-day vegan kickstart program created by Dr. Neil Barnard and the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. Dr. Barnard also has some awesome lectures on YouTube, this place where you're watching this video right now, that you should definitely check out after this video. The 21-day vegan kickstart program gives you a day-by-day guide to eating plant-based for 3 weeks with recipes, webcasts, and even celebrity tips to start you on your plant-based journey. These are great resources to get you started, but there are literally hundreds and thousands of bloggers and websites and YouTubers, tons of different personalities, and I'm sure by doing, some research through the Google machine, you can find the personalities that are gonna mesh well with you and really help you get the most out of this plant-based journey. Tip number 2, forget macros. We as a society are just literally obsessed over macros. That's too much carbs, bro. Macro-friendly meal. The original idea behind tracking your macronutrient intake was to help people out and help people reach their fitness goals. But I think for a lot of people, if not most, it just causes a bunch of stress and is creating a horrible relationship with food. We are at the point right now where, I'm not joking, this might even be you. We're at the point where people aren't eating fruit because it has too much sugar, doesn't fit their macros. Fruit! Literally the food of nature. One of the healthiest things we can put in our body. People are avoiding it because carbs? Really? What about macros? Micronutrients, vitamins, minerals. We are just so obsessed with protein, fat, carbs. Making this magical, perfect ratio will somehow achieve us the health of our dreams. It's crazy. Now, I'm a bigger guy. I'm 6'8", weigh about 210 pounds. My job is really active and I exercise 6 days a week. I eat a lot of calories. On a daily basis, somewhere between 4,500 to 5,000 calories are what I consume. Now I do this all plant-based, But if you take a look at my macros from what I eat, my carbohydrate intake is just about 70% of my diet, and protein is only 15% of my diet. Now, if you look at any sort of diet program or talk to macro specialists, this macro ratio, people would say that I'm on my way to becoming obese because I'm not eating enough protein, that precious, precious protein, and I'm eating way too many carbs. But I don't know, I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 months now and still not getting fat. Instead of worrying about macros, focus on just eating a big food variety. You know, as long as each time you sit down, you're eating until you feel good, you're not intentionally overeating, you're gonna get your nutrients in, you're gonna get your protein. By the way, all plants have protein in them. What? I know, it's a crazy thought, but it's true, and you'll learn these things as you adapt more of a plant-based lifestyle. Variety is key. You get the variety in, you eat till you're satiated, you don't intentionally overeat, you're gonna be golden. By the way, it's virtually impossible to have a protein deficiency on a whole foods, plant-based diet when you're meeting your caloric goals each day. As long as you're eating enough calories, you're gonna be fine. Tip number 3, don't tell everyone about your new diet. But Austin, don't we want to spread the joy and the love of the plant-based lifestyle? You bet we do, just not the day you start. People are very skeptical, and especially when it comes to diet, people will bombard you with questions. Coworkers, family, friends, they're just gonna shoot them at you, boom, 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 and you're gonna be like, I don't have all the answers. And you're not supposed to have all the answers. It takes time to learn and understand all of the nutritional aspects that make a plant-based lifestyle work. And when all these questions are thrown at you and you don't know how to answer them, you might even be questioning your own decision that you made. And we don't want that to happen. Trust me, it's a good decision. So once you feel comfortable with your own understanding of how this diet works for you, that's the time to start opening up to people to help answer questions so that you can answer them confidently. And then, spread the love of the plant-based diet. Tip number 4, give it time. Chillax, enjoy the ride. My last tip for anyone that's gonna start a plant-based diet is to give it some time. It takes your taste buds around 3 weeks to physiologically change from enjoying these animal-based foods to shifting to enjoy the sweetness, the yumminess of fruits and vegetables and grains and nuts and seeds and beans and all of the awesome plant foods. But trust me, they do actually change. When you first start out initially, you're probably gonna have some cravings for all the really bad food, nachos, pork, sandwiches, bacon, stuff. You gotta give it time. You gotta be strict with it, because like I said, your taste buds will change. The science is there, it's shown, it's been proven. Don't freak out about your protein and your everything. I promise you right now, you're not gonna die. It won't get to that point, okay? You're not gonna die from giving this a try for a few weeks. Eating plant-based kind of forces you to use your imagination in the kitchen and with cooking, and it's an awesome experience. The true joy of finding a recipe and cooking it together using spices and ingredients that you never thought you'd use ever, and then eating the food and being like, damn, that's good, and then thinking to yourself like, damn, that's good for my body too. That experience, you can't put it into words. Yeah, I just tried, but you have to experience it yourself, and it is so empowering and feels so good, unlike anything else out there. Your body and mind can really feel when you're eating things that you know are good for you. Keto diets like, bacon and butter and cheese and steak, and really you're eating that and it feels good? It doesn't. It doesn't. Eating plants feels good. And once you give it enough time, you'll realize how good it actually feels, and if you're like me, you'll realize there's no going back. There's no going back. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you think, or if you have any suggestions for future videos. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. If you're thinking about starting a plant-based diet, talk to me, hit me up with questions. I'm happy to answer any of them. There's only good things that happen when making this diet switch, and I want to do whatever I can to help everyone make that switch. And don't forget to eat your veggies. See you guys next time.